2 decades after Israeli and Palestinian leaders met and shook hands at the White House, hopes that their historic encounter would lead to peace have receded to such a degree that there appears little optimism that a solution to the conflict can be found, despite the recent US-led initiative which kick-started renewed peace talks last month. The Oslo Accords, forged by the late Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and also long-gone Yasser Arafat, were meant to result in a permanent deal within 5 years, providing 2 states for 2 peoples, something which still seems far off. The Palestinians still want a state in the West Bank, Gaza and East Jerusalem, territories Israel captured in the 1967 Mid-East War. But many Jews point to their well-documented, unbroken presence in Israel for over 3,000 years as a valid reason for its development on lands which Palestinians say they are not prepared to share. Critics of Israel say that since the Oslo Accords, Israel's settlement building and annexation of East Jerusalem has made a 2-state solution impossible.
So there's a lot of reasons to feel positive, but it's very hard to be optimistic when over the past few weeks there have been more announcements of settlements, there have been more demolitions of homes, and the occupation still continues. While these kind of actions are taking place on the ground, and while ordinary people feel divorced from what's happening at the negotiating table, it's hard to see there being a solution.
Many secular Israelis welcome the prospect of a 2-state solution, but another more controversial idea is also gaining traction. A 1-state solution, in which Palestinian scholar Edward Said wrote in 1999, would involve the idea and practice of citizenship, not of ethnic or racial community, as the main vehicle of coexistence. Despite the lack of progress, Israel's chief negotiator in Oslo, Uri Savir, says he remains optimistic about the prospect for peace.
Naturally, we had hoped that this process would go faster, would be a process of greater peace and greater security. Peace processes take time. It's a difficult transition, but the foundations are still alive, and a 2-state solution will still be achieved, I have no doubt.
Whether a 2- or 1-state solution will come to be is yet to be seen, but US Secretary of State John Kerry is back in Jerusalem on Sunday to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu with hopes of achieving more than the Oslo Accords.